I'm 2 dinners in one night. I'm flying close to the sun. Don't go to a second location with strangers. He's not a stranger. I mean, he is, but he's not, you know? I don't consider him a stranger because we've been with him this whole time. We've been with him for like a couple days. So it's already too late to not go to a second location with him. Poor Mishka. Yeah. Yeah. Dima chuckled while he glanced out the window. Are you sure you can eat after scarfing down those fries? Don't underestimate me. That's me. I can eat several meals. I just wait until I have space. If I have even the slightest bit of space, I will eat more food. Oh, eating a lot. I love to eat food. But my stomach is kind of small, so I have to take it in like increments. So is it going to be some rich people food I've never heard of? You'll find out soon. Cook for me.
Are you kidding me?
Holy crap, this is way nicer than my apartment. The sensor lights overhead brightened to reveal a luxurious apartment as Sasha and Dima entered the room. From the sleek marble on the floor to the wide ceiling-to-floor windows that spanned the far wall, this place was far beyond anything Sasha had seen before. Mishka might as well focus on himself. He can't even do that. He's literally head over heels for Sasha. I feel bad again. Although it looked lived in, everything was spotless and organized like a magazine cover. It almost looked like a hotel suite. Sasha stepped away from the door and peeked around the corner to see this kitchen Dima had spoken of. The sheer size of it was impressive.
Hey.
Take your shoes off, please. What? You don't have one of those robot vacuums to follow me around the house? In spite of his joke, Sasha stepped out of his shoes and used his foot to push them back into the foyer. By the time Dima had put his wallet and seat card in their proper places, Sasha was already walking around the kitchen island. Sasha dragged his finger across the granite countertop. He eyed the pots and pans that hang from decorative pot rack over the stove. Of course, every appliance seemed shiny and new. If Dima cooked here as often as he made it seem, the evidence was long gone. Yeah, he strikes me as the kind of person who'll use a dish once and doesn't clean it, he just throws it away. And just buys a new dish every single time. New dishes. He's rich enough for it. Honestly, he's rich enough to do so. I want to be rich enough one day. I want to have enough money to buy Okay, everything started shaking for a second. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna move myself this way a little bit. I am okay. So, I did seem startled because the computer screen started shaking and I was like, is it gonna fall? What the heck was that? Anyway, it doesn't matter. So, what I was saying is I want to be like, let's not even say, well, I do want to be rich. So, honestly, let's manifest. I hope I'm rich enough one day that I can buy the most stupid appliances. And like still be fine, because like I like buying stupid stuff, but then I regret it later when I realize I didn't need it. Well, I knew from the beginning that I didn't need it, but I still want to buy it anyway. I can't wait until I'm rich enough where I can like, I don't know, buy the most random kitchen appliance I'll never need in my life, but I bought it, I'm still financially good, and never use it. That's what I want. I want it to all look decorative. Everything is gonna look perfect. I want everything. I want it. To Dima, kitchen appliances? Rar? That does it for me. Listen, to be fair, it could be any kind of appliance. Like, I don't know. Like, what is it? The little cupboard thingies? The little cupboard thingies, like, that are, like, compactable, like you can close them like this but also open them like this for like clothes and stuff. Those are cool too. I want that too. I want everything. I'm greedy. I'm a material girl. I want you now, booze. Anyway, so the point is, everything, I need to have everything. Even stuff that I just genuinely don't need, I want it. Like this thing. I don't need this. Where? Turn on. Turn on. Turn on. Turn on. Can you even see it? I mean, if I turn this off, I might be able to see it. Wait. Can you see it? I don't need that. I don't need that. But I want it. So I have it. That's what I mean when I say I want to buy a bunch of stuff I don't need. Turn off. Turn off. You don't need to be on. Turn off. Turn off. Turn off. Turn. Thank you. That French press. I need that. Don't drink coffee. You thought you got me. I read it. I read it before it happened. I have the power of seeing that you're playing a jump scare before it actually sounds. So, ha, ha. And you're absolutely correct. I would buy a French press just to never use it because I genuinely don't drink coffee. But I'd buy one just so I could make one cup of coffee, say, wow, I'm so cool, and then never use it again. It's an antique. You know, like, don't touch, don't touch. You know? It's like the sacred china. Like, you don't touch the china plates. You don't touch the French press. You know? No coffee. Listen, I'm not a big fan of coffee. I'm just not. But I like caffeinated stuff. So, like, tea is good. Bread bowls. Energy drinks. I just don't like coffee like that. You do that with instruments. You own an accordion? Well, that's cool. Can you play it? I wanted to learn how to use instruments once, but it never really went anywhere. So I never learned. It's purely decorative. Wow. Leah, you've never seen one IRL? I've never seen an accordion in real life either. To Dima, who saw the apartment every day, watching Sasha so awestruck as he explored the open layout was refreshing. You seem very interested in my kitchen for someone who doesn't seem to spend a lot of time in one. Hey, I could be a 5-star chef for all you know. Dima smiled as he walked over to the kitchen, stopping by the bar stools that lined the edge of the island. Dima opened a drawer and started going through it. Somehow, I doubt that. Well, despite my dietary interests, I can cook. You think God's menu? God's menu? What? I couldn't always afford to eat out every night. Well, not until I started moving your product. I guess it's Pav's product though, huh? More or less. It's not wise to come between Pav and his product. Sasha lifted his gaze to meet Dima's. I never noticed how long his lashes were. Boy, if you don't get it together. Okay. Is that supposed to be my heartbeat? 5-star chef. Reference made you think it. 5-star Michelin. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I just heard his heartbeat. Why is he blushing? Sasha, you better stop. I can't handle it. Yeah, sure. A slight flutter in his stomach caused Sasha to look away. He tapped his finger on the granite counter and drummed away on it. Why the hell am I feeling like this? Because Dima's perfect. The fridge. Huh? I need to get to the fridge. I feel like I'm in a situation I shouldn't be in. I feel like an intruder. This is not my time. This is not my moment. I should not be here. Sasha looked to Dima, dumbfounded, before turning to see he'd been standing directly in front of the fridge. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Stepping aside so Dima could squeeze through, Sasha took a few good steps away and leaned his elbows on the counter.
So...
He cleared his throat. When do you find the time to cook? Don't busy people eat out more? Mishka turning in his future grave. Mishka's turning in those shackles. Oy. Is that a fact? I wasn't aware. The sarcasm practically dripped from him. Ingredients started to accumulate on top of the island as Dima pulled what he needed from the fridge. Cooking is easy. Cooking is possible. Let's put it at that. It is possible to cook. But it is not necessarily easy, and it's not necessarily hard. It's just possible. If you know the core things you need to know about cooking a certain meal or baking or something, then cooking is possible. What's my specialty? I'm good at making spaghetti. And I know that's really simple, but I can do spaghetti and I can do baked beans. That is it. Like, if I had to cook to impress, I'd make spaghetti. I like spicy spaghetti. I make it with mushrooms, and cayenne pepper, and garlic, and cumin powder. Cumin? I like it spicy. Yeah. It's good. Yes. He chuckled and shut the door with his foot. It's because I work so much that I need to take better care of my body. Just walk everywhere, like me. I walk a fine amount, thank you. Do you have any food allergies I should be aware of? Yes, a lot. You keep trying to get me, but you're not getting me. Why do you keep having things scream in my ears? Why? I was trying to list off my allergies for him. Gosh, so he doesn't kill me on accident. Leah, those are too funny. I can't stand you. Anyways, the allergies I have: strawberries, pineapples, peaches, plums, kiwi, apples. Did I say apples yet? Maybe. Carrots. There's more stuff I'm allergic to. My brain is just short-circuiting. Any fruit, really. Yeah, lettuce. I'm allergic to boring food. No allergies. Got it. Every day. No, never mind. Dima grabbed a cutting board and went to work dicing up vegetables. He occasionally glanced up towards Sasha, then back to the onion at hand. Air? Oh, I'm allergic to air. Yes. Yes, you're correct. What was I gonna say? I love raw onions. I don't know what it is. I could eat raw onions, but I can't eat cooked onions because I don't like the texture of cooked onions. But raw onions, the crunch, that's where it's at. The crunch, but it's not crunchy. I like that. I really do. Raw onions, like Shrek. I'm not gonna lie. I know everyone is like really obsessed with Shrek, but I don't know what my mouth just did. I don't really remember much from Shrek. I am not an ogre. I just like raw onions. The layers. I like raw onions. I do. They're good. Sasha watched Dima slice up the onion, leaning close that his cheek brushed against Dima's sweater. After growing bored watching the dicing process, he turned towards the living room and let his gaze sweep over everything. I do not eat them like apples. I don't bite into onions because that will require me to be financially stable enough. No, I'm kidding. Okay. I can afford going to the store and buying an onion, but I would never do that. So, I would not bite into an onion, but I go get like burgers from like Wendy's and I order extra pickles, extra onions with my sandwich. It's perfection. You know, once I went to Burger King and I bought a sandwich and there was a bite taken out of the patty. And like, I thought for a second maybe just like a piece fell off, but like, they just took a bite of the patty. So my mom wouldn't let me eat it. I just think that's funny, personally. Dang, you sure do have a lot of magazines over there. What even are they? Crossing the distance from the kitchen to the entertainment center, Sasha leaned in closer to read the piled up home and food magazines in the cubby. They're things I'll read when I get a moment. I take it you rarely have a moment. Wow, they're all like nest egg magazines. This is domestic as heck. Onions make me cry. That's what I was gonna say. Why did he get so close to Dima cutting the onions? Why did he get so close? And also, why did he not cry? He couldn't help but grin, his fingers flipping through a few pages of Designing Your Bachelor Home. What exactly keeps you so busy all the time? Besides running this company, I want to give Sobina what its own government won't. Infrastructure, transportation, community centers. And since those things take time and money, I'm always busy. Why do you do so much? There are other people trying to gain power and control who don't have Sobina's best interest in mind. Did I read that right? There are people trying to gain power and control who don't have Sobina's best interest in mind. I cannot let the city fall into the hands of people like that. Okay. I kind of read it right. Just bad inflection, I think. Bad emphasis. I emphasized a weird part of the sentence, maybe. I don't actually know. I'm not estimating. I'm just guessing. I may not have grown up in the inner city, but Sobina is still my home. Dima used the knife to scrape the diced onion into a small, oiled frying pan and moved on to chopping up 2 green peppers. Sounds like I'll have to drag you around town more then. I might even quiz you. The knife made a very satisfying sound as it sliced through the pepper and hit the wooden board beneath. Ugh, I hate peppers. But I can eat raw peppers, but I can't eat cooked peppers. I don't like cooked peppers. I don't like the texture when they're cooked. Did you grow up in the inner city? Yeah, I've spent my whole life there. No other place feels like home. Dima smiled down at the cutting board. Somehow, that suits you. Yeah? You calling me a street rat? That's not what I meant. Sasha continued to peruse the living room. The place was pretty tidy, with only a few things left about. He looked up at the lights that lined the walls. I didn't expect his place to be so bright. As he shifted his gaze away from the lights, he spotted an acoustic guitar sitting in the corner of the room. It's a good thing you were able to pick up that order for your mother, and even better timing. I just hope leaving them on her porch was a good idea. You don't think anyone will take them, will they? I doubt it. Sasha tilted his head as he stared at the guitar. I enjoyed seeing the city. Your love for it is a little contagious, admittedly. Dima poured more oil into the pan and slid the peppers in with the onions. Using a wooden spoon, he mixed the two and set the burner to medium. He's frying them. I'd like that little pastry shop. Maybe we can go again sometime. Maybe see a park. I think I'd like that. Please don't quiz me, though. He's so cute. Uh-huh. Sasha walked over to where the instrument was carefully seated in a stand. Now that he was closer, he could see the gentle scores in lacquer. I don't know what that word is. Lacquer and fading varnish on the neck. Oh, it was him. Unable to resist, he reached out and plucked a few of the strings. The smooth sound vibrated through the hollow instrument, and thanks to the marble flooring, echoed beautifully in the space. Dima blinked and turned his head over his shoulder toward Sasha. What are you doing? Playing the guitar, which I definitely wouldn't have pegged you to do. Sasha reached for the neck of the instrument and lifted it off its stand. He shrugged the guitar strap onto his shoulder. He turned towards Dima, holding the neck in one hand. Check it out. Please put that down. Oh. Ooh. Oh, it's about to get crazy in here. Is it gonna get crazy? Oh, no, don't ruin the moment. But it's meant to be played. Before Dima had a moment to speak, Sasha had already started to strum the guitar. No! No! No, I don't want to get in trouble with Dima. Please, Dima, let's not. Oh, please, please, please. please. Before Dima had a moment to speak, Sasha had already started to strum the guitar, clashing notes reverberating through the space. Is he gonna yell at me? Dima winced at the sound, but Sasha's wide smile made it hard to be mad. Okay, is he not gonna get mad at me? Setting the wooden spoon down beside the stovetop, Dima rounded the rounded the kitchen island and walked over. Overstepping? Yeah, he is. But hopefully, Dima's not mad. Okay, before you break a string, here. He held both hands out for the guitar. Okay, he's not mad. I was worried that, you know, with all the tropes that everything be having, it's like, you know, you pick up something and you're messing around and then you, like, do something and then they yell at you. I was worried for my life. Boy. But this is much more peaceful than that. I really appreciate that. Okay. So Sasha pulled the strap over his head and handed it over, still grinning. Okay, hotshot, play something for me. Dima took the guitar and stepped toward the couch, arching a brow at Sasha's demand. He sat down carefully, cradling the instrument in his lap. Cradling. He's gonna teach you how to play, like how dudes teach girls how to play pool. Oh my god. I'm not that good, and oh my god, just play something. With a soft chuckle, Dima set the tips of his fingers on the width of the neck. With his other hand, he played a few strings, tentative at first. Sasha sat on the ottoman in front of him, eyes fixated on the guitar. A few notes turned into a few chords, and a few chords grew into a tender verse. Dima closed his eye. His eye, because he doesn't have the other one. The fullness of the guitar resonated in the space they shared. Before long, both hands were working the instrument with skilled practice. Oh wow, you should make sure the food doesn't burn. Sasha had never particularly sought out the sound of acoustic instruments, but hearing the strings sing made the tension in his body melt away. He leaned forward, entranced. When he finished, Dima paused. His right hand slowly fell from the strings and rested against the side of the guitar. He's blushing. They're both blushing. Oh, no, 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 no. No. I feel like I'm intruding. Oh my god. I feel really awkward. A hint of red stained his cheeks where heat pooled into his face. Anyway, so that's just something I've been working on. Sasha hadn't realized he'd been holding his breath until the music stopped. Dang, okay, you wrote that? Dima looked away and smiled as if embarrassed, blush still tinting his cheeks. He waved his hand dismissively. It's just a little thing.
Nice.
Teach me how to play. Wow, yourself. Teach me how to play. Sasha popped off the ottoman and sat next to Dima on the sofa, hands already reaching for the guitar. You guys should check on the food. Wait, Sasha. As Sasha pulled on the guitar, the strap around Dima's neck became Mishka, I feel Please stop playing the Oni-chan sound. Oh my god, I need that to go away. And I need it to go away fast. As Sasha pulled on the guitar, the strap around Dima's neck became taut. He leaned forward with the movement, chuckling. They're probably really close now. I'm strapped in, hang on. Freeing his head from the contraption, he shifted the guitar into Sasha's lap. I'm not sure if I can teach you anything. I'm not an expert. Now the guitar rested against Sasha, it felt large and awkward. He tried to position his arms to mimic what he thought a guitar player would do. He plucked a note, looked at the neck, pushed his finger on a string, and strummed a chord once more. I've played the guitar. It's not possible. Nope, not possible. I don't know what I'm doing. We're getting character art. Dima laughed gently and shifted himself behind Sasha. He reached around him, holding the guitar's neck as best as he could, while his body loomed over Sasha's. Here, try placing your fingers like this. Told you. You were right. You were really right. You know, You were correct. My bad for ever doubting. Not that I did. I believed you. I did believe you. Here, try placing your fingers like this. Holy Dark, please, with the E19, please stop. Without much thought, Dima used his hand to slide. He's not slicing his fingers. It is hard being stupid. Without much thought, Dima used his hand to slide Sasha's fingers further up the guitar. Sasha's hand was warm to the touch. Sasha felt his face felt his face heat up. Imagine the not safe work condition. I will not imagine the not safe work condition. Their fates are sealed. Oh my god. We'll be seeing none of it. Nothing. His fingers went... Sasha is so small in Mishka's arms. That is Dima. The blue hair is... Stop with the E19. Stop it. Stop. The blue hair, that's Dima. Mishka is the one with pink hair. The one who got kidnapped. So his fingers went limp while Dima positioned them, his focus stolen and transfixed on the feeling of the man's chest pressed to his back. The scent of Dima's cologne was more apparent. I can hear the heartbeat. It was more apparent now that his body was so close. Just setting the mood? That's not the mood. Stop it. He is so close.
Sasha.
Yeah, Sasha, try plucking the strings with your other hand. Oh, yeah. With his fingers pressed down, Sasha's chord was notably more harmonious this time. He waited for the sound to slowly fade away, smiling at his triumph. There you go. Slide your hand down a little more and move your index finger to the... Pride heart? What does that look like? You just put a freaking pride sticker on his face. Classical guitar is extra hard. I bet. Stop. Every single time you talk about Mishka, you make me feel bad because we're not looking for him right now. Stop it. There you go. Slide your hand down a little and move your index finger to the string next to that one there. Sasha moved his right hand down until it bumped the other man's. His eyes looked over to see where his fingers rested on the body of the guitar. He turned his head over his shoulder just enough to catch Dima's gaze, his heart racing. Memories of being caught in that same golden gaze gave rise to a fluttery sensation in his chest. His lips parted and his eyes softened. Leah, I get it, we're bullying Mishka. But you agree with me that Dima is superior. Then again, you weren't here when Mishka was first introduced, so you're just my subconscious. Did I say gaze? Yes, I did. Because they said his golden gaze. Because his eyes are like golden. But, get it? Gaze. Gaze. They're gay. They're gay. So, as I said. Delicious. They leaned closer. I don't want to see it. They leaned closer. Someone's gonna walk in. The food's gonna burn. The food's gonna burn. Yep. I was right. We're supposed to be eating, you guys. Nice call. Thank you. I knew they weren't going to let that go on for very long.